The United Arab Emirates, strategically situated in the southeast of the Arabian Peninsula. For centuries, this area has been an important trading centre between the East and the West. The UAE has been able to transport this legacy into the modern world. Thanks to unprecedented economic growth and a commitment to humanity, the UAE has become a respected player in the global community.
If we look back at the legacy of the UAE in the aviation industry, it is also a way of mapping our future.
At the aerial crossroads of the world, the UAE has become a global hub for aviation operations. Its 6 international airports serve over 50 million passengers yearly. And in the capital, Abu Dhabi, the airport is undergoing a massive expansion. The Al Maktoum Airport, being constructed near Dubai, is expected to be the largest airport in the world. And already, Dubai International Airport ranks 6th in international passenger handling.
For decades, the civil aviation sector of UAE succeeded in maintaining high rate of growth. The sustainability of the growth required strong ground of regulation and oversight capability to assure the total compliance of the aviation activities with the international standard with regard to safety, security, and environment.
The UAE has installed cutting-edge air traffic control systems, improved its methods and procedures, and adopted the latest regulations that comply with ICAO's international standards.
The United Arab Emirates undertook a very ambitious transformation program to raise and sustain the standards in civil aviation. And we will deliver. We will deliver by being responsible, by living our values of promoting a culture of safety, people development, stakeholder focus, integrity, professionalism, and efficiency.
The UAE has an annual increase in air traffic movement of 9%, and despite the recession, cargo movement in 2009 grew by 2%.
One of our objectives is to support the rapid growth of the aviation sector in the UAE while managing risk at an acceptable level.
In the capital, Abu Dhabi, the UAE opened up one of the most technologically advanced air traffic control centres in the world.
The Sheikh Zayed Air Navigation Centre was built to cater the growth and the air traffic movements for the next 20 years.
In an industry that is constantly evolving, improving operational efficiency becomes a critical component of safety and security.
Recently, with the security threats that the globe has been facing, ICAO have introduced this additional requirement, and UAE, as usual, did not hesitate to implement these standards and put even more restrict system onto the security system that we have at the moment.
But with success comes responsibility. Locally, the UAE has established ICAO-certified training programs, but the UAE passes on its experience and knowledge way beyond its borders, conducting search and rescue programs in Southern Africa and various training activities for Arabic, African and Latin American countries.
We're conscious that there can be no variations in the standards of safety, security and environment among the contracting states of ICAO, and therefore we are committed to supporting ICAO's program in the Secretariat, technical cooperation and the governance of the organization.
Being a trading hub midway between the continents, the UAE instinctively places strong emphasis on international cooperation. Currently, the UAE leads the safety roadmap in the region.
The United Arab Emirates, in its pursuit of perfection, will not abandon its international responsibilities, and we shall thrive in supporting all other nations to raise the bar in civil aviation in their regions.
UAE will continue to support international organizations such as the ICAO. This is a very important objective for all of us.
The UAE aviation industry, rooted in the past, aware of the present, building the future.